Hey Bella, hey, my name's Ryan.
My name's Kate. We were part of the fall 2007 servant team.
Yeah, so we just want to say big congratulations and kind of roast you a little bit, maybe come up with some memories. Um, I think both of us remember some car rides with you.
Yes, they were pretty intense and frightening.
Yeah, yeah, I think it kind of fits maybe your personality a little bit. You kind of go fast with confidence. Um,
Yes, yes. One of the things that Elizabeth and I always said about you is that you didn't walk anywhere. You always ran. You're just very eager, which is a
yeah,
great trait.
you're a very confident man, and I like that. Remember, one of the things that we will never forget is making the chairs um,
Yes, the lovely orange chairs that are in that classroom.
that I know all of you are using every day.
Probably right now as we
Yeah,
speak.
you probably want to sleep on them. They're that comfortable.
So stand up, look at the lovely orange vinyl, and thank us. You're welcome.
Yeah, that felt pretty arrogant. But yeah, that was Bella's brainchild, and it was ridiculous. We spent our first month doing the chairs.
Yeah, it
Um,
was a long process.
but they worked out well, and you just kind of threw us into it, and we're like, go for it, just do it. Great. And because the same thing, you had me tile the, well, I guess it's the laundry room, is now what it's called. Um, and I had tiled once, but that was enough. You were like, great, yeah, here you go. Here's kind of what we're doing. Just go for it. Um, but that's cool. There's some cool things about that. Yeah, just a lot of trust and um, a lot of confidence, even if maybe there's not reason to be that confident. But that's okay. It's yeah, really cool. You're super fun, which we both really, really appreciate about you. I think that's yeah, it's just such a joy to be around, and especially for a servant team, just makes it. Um, it crosses all language barriers, fun, and cultural barriers. So thanks for yeah, just being a fun guy, telling jokes, making fun of us, just being silly. It's I think it's a really important thing. Yeah, in light of being in a um, yeah, often hard circumstances and dealing with hard things. So we appreciate that. One thing I think that I really really appreciate about you, and one of the things I love the most is I remember as we just as I got to know you a little bit more and knew more of your story, kind of a little bit where you're from, and yeah, I just came to know more and more of how much you know and how talented you are, how smart you are. It just really became apparent you could have done just about anything you wanted to, and really been successful in the eyes of the world, and you chose not to. You chose to serve, um, yeah, and love God and love people and the poor and his children, and just sacrifice a lot. I think to do that, that's really inspiring. I think that speaks so loudly. You weren't much to toot your horn, or to say a whole lot. Yeah, especially about yourself. But it just became your heart became so evident just watching you and seeing you live. So thank you for that. I respect that, and yeah, that's influenced me. So
And I really appreciate just who you were to us. You often made fun of us and just kidded around with us, which was a blast. It just made me feel at home. It made me feel welcome. And I knew that you just loved us and thought we were just so much fun. So thank you. Oh, I'm crying. Sorry. Um, they,
it hurt our
thanks.
feelings a little bit too. Yeah,
Yeah, thanks for just being just so welcoming and loving towards us. You're so kind, and you really have a heart of gold, and you rarely want people to see that, but we do. So thank you for that. Just thank you for who you are, for being so efficient and so eager to help and ready to jump at whatever opportunity you have to get things done and to help people. Um, yeah, that community is so honored to have you, and we're honored to have known you and to continue to be in your life. Even though we're thousands of miles apart, we are so honored. So Thanks for who you are, Bella, and we love you so much, and we think the world of you.
Yeah, man. Enjoy this time. It's sweet. So.
All right. Bye, Bella.
Adios.